Hello everyone. So we're moving on to day 14. So next lesson is dividing, multiplying and dividing decimals. And divide decimals. Simple. So basically what I'm going to do is for multiplication, I'm going to use box model. And I really recommend you guys to use that for your homework assignment. So how do we multiply? So let me start off with my first example. So let's say I have 6.5 times it by 7.9. First thing, I want you to decompose these numbers. Like 6.5 can be written as, I would say it's 6 and 0.5 or 5/10. Same thing with this one, 7.9, decompose. I would do 7 and 9/10. Once you have that, now next thing, you gotta make a box. So make a box. Basically what you have to do is you actually have to put each decomposition, like each combination on the sides of the box. So it doesn't matter where you put which one, doesn't matter. So how about let's just put 6.5 on the top. So 6.5 would go, 6 would go here and 5/10 would go here. And the other number, I'll just put it on the side. So 7 would go here and 9/10 would go here. Now next is just simple multiplication. So first, that's 6 times 7. So what's the numbers? If you multiply, it's 42. Next, the 6 multiplied by this second number. So 6 times it by 9/10. Now this is what you need to keep in mind. If you multiply a whole number by a tenth, your answer always going to be in a tenth. So basically it's 6 times 9/10. It's, I would say 54/10, which is 5.4. Now, next one. Now time to multiply these numbers by 5/10. So 7 times 0.5 or 5/10. What is that? It's 3. If I just multiply numbers, it's 35, but since it's 35/10, it's going to be 3.5. Now finally, I have 5/10 times it by 9/10. So technically your answer is going to be in hundreds. So 9 times 5 is 45. It's 45 hundredths, which is 0.45. And lastly, once you have all four the boxes all filled out, so you just have to add those numbers together. So it's 42 added to 3.5. Don't forget to line up that decimal. 5.445, and if you add them together, so it would be 51.35. So that's how we multiply decimals. All right, so my next example is on dividing. How do we divide decimal? So let's say my original problem is 7.2 divided by 1.6. So first step, I would write down this division symbol, and I hope you remember which one goes inside. So this is what you're dividing, and this is what you're dividing by. So the dividing number would go inside. So 7.2 inside, you're dividing by 1.6. First thing, the outside number, the divisor, has to be a whole number. So if I ask you to move the decimal of this number to make it into a whole number, so how many times you would move the decimal? It's just one place, because once I move the decimal here, this would become 16. So I move this decimal just once. Right? So you gotta do same thing with the inside number. So how many times you have to move? Just once. Whatever number of times you did it with this outside number, you have to do same number of times for the inside number. So I would move this decimal one place to right. Okay, now let's rewrite it. So the outside number is 16 and inside number is 72 after moving decimal one place to right. Now this is just normal division. So 16 times what makes 72 or less? So it's 464. Then we subtract. If we subtract, it's 8. Okay, now I will just move this decimal, just carry the decimal, put it straight on the top of the line. Okay, now, and I hope you remember, if you put a decimal, you can just add number of zeros after that. So I can just add zeros after this. So bring down this 0, this becomes 80. Let's start over. 16 times what makes 80 or less? So it's 5, 80, and there's no remainder. So finally your answer is 4.5. This is all. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.